My entire office had a betting pool on when I would quit, and the person who started it was the manager, who told me every week I was doing great. I found out on a Wednesday from the one person in that building who actually liked me. Priya pulled me into the stairwell during lunch, looked at me like she was about to deliver medical news, and told me there was a spreadsheet, a shared Google sheet, circulated through a group chat I was not in, where 17 of my coworkers had placed real money bets on the exact date I would resign. The pool had been running for 4 months. My manager, Kevin, had started it. I made her repeat it twice because my brain refused to process it the first time. 17 people. People I ate lunch with, covered shifts for, people who had looked me in the eye that very morning and asked how my weekend was. I had been at that company for 14 months. I hit my numbers, stayed late when it mattered, never called in sick unless I was actually sick. I had spent 14 months believing I was building something there. They had a spreadsheet. The thing about finding out something like that is your mind immediately starts rewriting history. Every pause after you spoke in a meeting. Every time a conversation stopped when you walked into a room. Every performance review where Kevin said you were doing great, but something in his face didn't match his words. You think you're being paranoid in the moment, and then someone pulls you into a stairwell and you realize your instincts were right the entire time. I went back to my desk and performed normality so well, I should have won something for it. Answered emails, joined the 3 p.m. call, made a joke that made someone laugh, and the entire time there was this low, steady hum of rage inside me, so quiet that I think, if you touched my shoulder, you would have felt it vibrating. I did not quit that day. People always expect the dramatic walkout, the mic drop, the slow motion exit. That is not what happened. I spent the next 6 weeks being the best version of myself that job had ever seen. I documented everything, every win, every email where Kevin quietly took credit for my work, and there were more of those than I had realized. I updated my resume. I reached out to companies I had been too comfortable to contact before. I got an offer on a Friday. 40% more. Better title. A manager who had actually read my portfolio before I walked in and asked specific questions about specific work, and I almost didn't know how to respond because I had forgotten that was something people did. I gave my notice Monday morning. Kevin looked genuinely surprised, which told me everything. Because if you start a betting pool on someone, you should probably consider the possibility that they find out, and that they are not the kind of person who quietly disappears. Priya hugged me at the elevator for a long time. I told her she was the only one who should feel good about how this ended. Kevin sent me a LinkedIn request 3 months later. I accepted it, because I wanted him to see every update, every promotion, every time the algorithm puts my name in front of his face. They were right that I was going to leave. They were wrong about everything else.